A couple of years ago, I decided to move to Vietnam for a while. It was actually my second time living there. After spending my first year in Hanoi, I realized that the city felt a bit too noisy for me. I loved Hanoi, but the traffic, the constant motorbikes, and the energy of the city could be overwhelming. That's how I ended up in Hai Duong, a smaller city located between Hanoi and Hai Phong. At that time, I couldn't really find much information about this city in English. There were almost no videos or personal experiences online, so maybe this video will help someone who is curious about living here. So let's go. Honestly, the city felt very cozy and pleasant to me. The roads were not overcrowded, there were no endless traffic jams, and overall, it was quieter than Hanoi. That was a huge plus for me. I also found a lot of parks where you could just walk around, sit, relax, or work outside. And the air quality felt much cleaner compared to Hanoi, which made daily life more comfortable. I decided to live in a complex called Echo Rivers. It gated community with security, and for me, it felt like the perfect option. I rented a small studio apartment on the fifth floor. One of my favorite things about it was windows. They made the apartment feel very bright and open. My landlords were extremely friendly and helpful, which made me whole experience even better. There was only one downside, and honestly, I think it's something you can't really avoid in Vietnam: noise. I was unlucky with my neighbors. They loved hosting parties, drinking, and celebrating very loudly. For me, that was definitely a big minus. Next time, I would honestly prefer to live next to grandmas and wake up with roosters rather than listen to late night screaming and parties. But apart from that, the apartment and the complex itself were amazing. The rent for my studio was around 5 million Vietnamese dong per month, not including utilities, which I think was a very good price. One thing I didn't love about the city was transportation. There were no Grab motorbikes options, only cars, which were more expensive. Renting a motorbike also wasn't really an option in the city. Public transportation existed, but honestly, it was very confusing and unreliable, so most of the time I just walked everywhere. There was one large shopping mall in the city where you could buy groceries and essentials, but in general, there were also plenty of stores around the city, so daily life felt quite convenient. Since I mostly cook at home, access to the grocery stores was very important to me, and Haizung was actually pretty good in this sense. Now let's go back to Echo Rivers, because because this area honestly became my favorite part of living in Haizung. Besides being new, clean, and beautiful, the complex had a lot of lovely cafes where I could work or just enjoy coffee.
We are in my favorite cafe. Oh, yeah, this is my banana coffee.
There was also a very nice park and beautiful views of the illuminated high-rise building at the night. The complex also had a gym, a dance school, and sports area for tennis or football. If a foreigner is considering moving to Haizun, I would definitely recommend looking into this residential complex. One challenge, however, was getting to the airports like Hanoi and Hai Phong. Trains didn't always match my schedule, so sometimes I had to take taxis, and those trips could get quite expensive. Overall, I really like living in Haizung, but in the end, the city didn't fully solve my problem with noise. Now, I understand that is almost any Vietnamese city. Life will probably be quite loud, and I think it's more about my personal problems. When it comes to entertainment, Haizun definitely has fewer options compared to Hanoi. But the city still had local festivals and celebrations where people gathered outside, and the atmosphere felt very lovely and warm. Foreigners are quite rare in the city. I only met a few, mostly around the Echo Rivers area. If you're looking for a calmer lifestyle without huge city chaos, Hyzon could actually be a very nice option. It is charming, beautiful city that has all the basics comforts of daily life, and surprisingly, it also has places that feels very authentic and modern, perfect if you work online or enjoy the influencer style lifestyle. Thank you for watching this video, and I would be glad if this video could help you in deciding go or not to go to Hai City.